Pick a winner. Go ahead. Choose any one of these 3 horses. They all look different. Different colors, different names, different riders. But here's something most people never think about. They're all running exactly the same race. Every stride, every second, every move has one purpose: to keep as many people in their wagon as possible, because every person who stays makes the prize at the finish line a little bigger. Now here's the strange part. The people riding in those wagons don't even realize they're part of the race. They think they're simply watching television, checking their phone, or browsing on a computer. But every extra second they stay helps one horse move a little closer to the finish line. So here's the question. Why does every horse seem to run the race the same way? Let's look at something you've probably seen thousands of times. Have you ever noticed how quickly television commercials change what you're looking at? One picture, another picture, another picture, sometimes every 2 or 3 seconds. Almost like watching a long row of dominoes falling, one after another, after another, after another. We hardly notice it anymore, because we've watched it our entire lives. It simply feels normal. But ask yourself this: why not stay on one picture for 10 seconds? Or 15? Why all the switching? Now look around. That same pattern isn't limited to television anymore. Open almost any screen. The picture changes. The headline changes. The video changes. The suggestion changes. Sometimes you make it happen with a swipe. Sometimes the program changes it for you. Either way, the picture keeps changing. Is that just coincidence? Or is everyone competing for exactly the same prize? Think about it this way. Imagine opening a brand new restaurant. The food is excellent. The service is outstanding, but nobody knows you're there. Across the street, another restaurant opens. Then another. Then another. Soon they're all competing for the same customers. What happens? Each owner starts looking for small advantages, a brighter sign, a better menu, a friendlier greeting, something, anything, that convinces people to come inside instead of walking past. One restaurant discovers something that works. The restaurant next door notices, then another notices, and another, just like a row of dominoes. Good ideas spread, not because everyone planned it together, because success gets copied. Modern media isn't very different. Millions of creators, millions of companies, and millions of ideas are all trying to answer the same question. How do we get someone to stay just a little longer? Some use humor, some tell stories, some surprise you, some teach, some make you laugh, some make you curious. And many discovered that introducing something new every few seconds helped people stay just a little longer. Not every time, but often enough that others copied it. Soon, changing pictures wasn't unusual. It became normal. So what does all of this mean? It means that almost every screen you look at today is competing for one limited resource: your attention. And attention is something none of us has an unlimited supply of. There are only 24 hours in a day, only so many evenings, only so many moments when we decide what to watch, what to read, or what to ignore. That means every company, every creator, every broadcaster, and every website is competing for those same minutes. Not because they're working together, because they're all facing the same challenge. If people leave, they lose. If people stay, they win. Once you understand that, many things start making a lot more sense. Why headlines become more interesting. Why stories begin with a hook. Why commercials rarely stay on one picture for very long. Why screens constantly present something new. They're all trying to answer the same question. How do we earn one more second? Sometimes they succeed, sometimes they don't. But the competition never stops. Neither does the search for a better way to keep our attention. The next time you're watching television or browsing on your phone, don't focus on the product. Don't focus on the story. Instead, watch the pattern. Watch how often something changes. A different picture, a different angle, a different face, a different headline. Once you notice it, it's surprisingly difficult to stop noticing it. And maybe that's the real answer to today's question. Not whether changing pictures every few seconds is good. Not whether it's bad, but understanding why it became one of the most common ways to communicate. Because once you understand the race, you'll begin to notice it almost everywhere. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to ask why.